And strobe. And let's do the thing properly. Oh, it's very noisy out there. Very noisy. Clear prop! Engine is running nicely. Lights on, let's shut that bloody window because it's very noisy out there. So, where are we today? We are, lots of easy jets, which is probably very true. So today we are in, this is the airport of, I'll call it Fiumicino, if you know where that is. My radios aren't working. I know why. No, because, oh no, let's see. No, my radios aren't working. There's always something in this plane that is not working, so my stack isn't working. It's not. Let's get rid of that. It's quite all the other. Radios. Good. Very strange. Broken. Alright, we've got broken radios, but we're still good. Right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. So we're going to do a quick exit onto the runway and get going. Where's the runway? Runway's over there. Any old runway will do. As we want to go from here to the city and have a little fly around Rome. The reason for that is I'm off to Rome on Wednesday. Yes, indeed. We're off to Rome for 6 days. Got 6 days in Rome, and it's gonna be great. Somewhere. There we go. There we go. Let's check out the right things. I mean, pretty bad driving, but never mind. So let's look and make sure we've got everything else that we should have. The brake is on. RPMs are good. Yep. Fuel's good, oil pressure's good, oil temperature is starting to move. So we're absolutely fine. We just don't have any radios, but we don't need radios. We know where we're going. So I'm just wondering if any of you, as we get up, airspeed is active, good, there we go. Is on full. On the centre line, 60 knots. 70 is good for rotate. Yeah, anybody who's watched anything I've put on YouTube the last few days will notice that for some reason, and I don't know if it's a standard thing, and I'd love anybody else who's got flight sim to tell me if they are able to blow their engine up in a Cessna 152. So I've never seen any damage. I've never seen any kind of things just happen because of what you're doing to it. Nice to get out before these big boys lot of runways from Fiumicino. 3 or 4. Very busy airport. Let's make sure there's nothing coming in. That one, 3 or 4. Yeah, so there is a way of blowing the engine up. If you, let's say blowing it up, make it go puffs of smoke. But basically, you overprime the engine, and then you start it on full throttle, and you get puffs of white smoke from that engine. Never knew it would happen, but it's great fun doing it. I just wondered if anybody else can make that happen. I just wonder what else is in the sim that I've never discovered yet. I mean, I've had the sim for years. At least 5 years, because I've been at work 5 years. I had it a year at work, so yeah, probably 6 years. I've been flying Flight Sim 2020, and that's the first I've ever seen where something happened because I was doing something badly. So that there must be a damage model built into the sim that is only accessible if you completely screw it up. But it was great. It was great to see. I think more realism like that is a good thing. So I was, I was surprised, but it was good. Because it means you learn. You learn how to do it properly. You don't know what you're doing. Figure it out. Ask. Research. Go back to YouTube. Watch it. It's getting a bit misty here. Let's just get under it a bit. So yeah, a few minutes flying time from the airport. It's probably about 20 minutes by road, 20-25 minutes depending on whereabouts in the city you want to go to. And it's obviously just outside the city, but Rome is up ahead. And the reason we're off to Rome is obviously Rome is a fantastic place anyway. But the reason that kicked it all off was because we are off to the Italy, Scotland Six Nations next Saturday, hoping for a good victory. Obviously for Scotland, that is, not for Italy. We are hopeful of that, but never count the chickens, because Italy are on a bit of a resurgence. They are, and they're under 20s. I kid you not, in a few years' time, when those under 20s come through, they're going to be very strong. So I don't think it's a good idea to kick them out of the Six Nations, as some people are trying to. I think they're going to be a bit of a force to be reckoned with in a few years. They can beat anybody on their day. And thankfully, they don't have that many days, that they are on their day. Scotland have slightly more days where they're doing alright, but again, Scotland can beat anybody on their day, but don't seem to be able to maintain that level, which is a source of some frustration. Right, so our temperature's up nicely, oil pressure's good, our revs are probably a little bit high, so drop that down slightly, get the green. Here we have our first sight of the city of Rome coming up ahead. So if we start kind of in the south and work to the north, we'll see how many landmarks we can spot. Probably the one that's furthest south would be Colosseum. So we'll on the river, so it's at the river is it Tigris? I'm not sure the river is actually. Tiber. Oh, I should know this. More things I should know, but don't. So we're just hitting the outskirts of the city now. Off to our left there is the Vatican. We'll get a bit closer to that in due course. So this would be the area of the main train station. That's below. That being said, if we come at it from this angle, just off our left shoulder should be the Colosseum and then the Forum. So our hotel, although I just recently learned, the hotel we're staying in is literally 5 minutes walk from the Colosseum. So that's going to be great to, see that every day. Well, we have breakfast in the hotel on the top floor, and apparently we have views of the Colosseum. So we're going to sit and eat breakfast whilst viewing something that's been around for a few thousand years. It's incredible to think that, but there you go. So yeah, our hotel is on the Via Capo d'Africa, which is literally a few minutes walk. It's going to be, we're going to try and fly over it actually as we come in this direction. Strange engine noise there. So, these streets just below us now. There's one that runs right down to that big building. So this street here is the Capo d'Africa. And there's the Colosseum. And we're actually going to be going inside the Colosseum this time, which is fantastic. That is our hotel. There's the building right there. That's it. There's the Colosseum. I mean, it's incredible. Incredible to think that, 2,000 years or more, that building has stood there. The centrepiece of the Roman Empire, all it stood for, all its failings. And this area in front of it now is the Forum. Some of it's in ruins, but it's still an incredible place to be, just to walk through there. It's very, very historic, and one of the most magnificent buildings in Rome is the one just below me now. It's incredible. I don't actually know what that building's called. It should be. Is it the I don't know. I can find out. That is. Basically, just up from there, if you go in front of that building, up that little street there, and then turn left. I think it's like the third or fourth street on the left, up that road, is where the Trevi Fountain is. It just sits in a tiny little, probably just in there actually. Just in that little square that I see down there. It could be in there. It's not as impressive as it sounds. That's the Pantheon, the big round dome building there. Very impressive ceiling. It's medieval. It's a massive medieval dome of a ceiling. All decorated on the inside. It is incredible. Incredible place. The place is just steeped in proper history. Proper history. There's little squares everywhere. Lots of little piazzas. Spanish steps on Via Condotti. So I'm pretty sure I recognise that square. There's a little coffee shop on that square. Right down below there. Yeah, a little coffee room. So we're heading now towards St. Peter's Basilica, which is off way, which is down this way. There's the castle, yeah. There's the castle, which is brilliant. And here is St. Peter's Basilica, home to the Pope in Vatican City. It's a very impressive building to visit. Sistine Chapel's in there as well. It's around the back. You have to queue up quite a while to get into do the tour of Vatican. It's well worth it. Well worth it. It's absolutely dripping in. It's dripping in very old things, gold, money, whatever you want to call it. It's a very rich source of stuff. Just come back round to check it out again. But yeah, Rome is a magnificent, spectacular place. Don't be put off by the sight of nuns begging. That was a bit of a surprise to see that. But, they may just have been short on their bus fare, I don't know. But it was a bit of a strange one. Anyway, we're off to now. Let's head up slightly to the north. It's a little bit out of the city. It's a little bit of a trek, so probably on match day we're going to try and get a taxi out there or an Uber or something just to get us closer. You could get a metro, but the metro stops a fair way away. You could get the metro, then a bus. But the buses, I've tried the buses in Rome before and it's absolutely frantic. You end up missing your stop because you can't even get off the bus. They're so packed. It was unbelievable. We'll come up to the Stadio Olimpico, which is up here in a little sports complex. There's some tennis courts there, there's hockey pitches and stuff. Yeah. Is that a swimming pool? Looks like a swimming pool. Smells like a swimming pool. Looks like a swimming pool. And here's the stadium, which is the football home to AS Roma, I believe. But that will be the scene of a magnificent victory for Scotland in the Six Nations Rugby this year, I'm sure. I don't know that, I'm sure. I hope so. Well, I am anyway. Yeah, so in the sim, Rome looks great. It's very well modelled, very well laid out. Lots and lots of landmarks. If I knew what they all were, I could be a tour guide, but I'm not. Yeah, it's jam-packed with stuff that's very old, very pretty. Okay, so let us head back to the airport and we'll get this baby on the ground. So we're looking at a kind of southwest, more west, but kind of southwest from the city here, which is right up St. Paul's now. Well, St. Peter's, sorry, Basilica, and then that's fantastic. It looks great. It does look great. So yes, let's head back to the airporto. I wonder why the radios are not working. either I've switched on like some damage model that I don't know anything about that's hidden in Flight Sim, or or things are just breaking, or I broke them, which is more likely. I could be breaking stuff and not even know it, which would be a bit of a worry. Well, it's not much of a worry. So anyway, let's crack on. I wonder if I can open the window. Do you know, I'm sure I've tried to open the window in flight before, and it's just crashed the desktop. Sim doesn't like opening windows in flight. Maybe that's what happens to the radios. I do not know why they're not working. It's switched on. I've got a big mouse. Strange that it's not working at all. It's also very strange that I can't actually get the mouse in the right place to what is going on? Trying to get the mouse in the right place. What's going on, this stupid thing? Why is it so difficult, Microsoft? Looks like there's a great big cloud on the airport there. Yeah, this whole stack is not working. I don't know why. I do not know why. So we've got the airport dead ahead. So what we'll do is we'll scoot around a bit, because I don't want to land on any runway, because you end up taxiing for weeks. Chino is notorious for having taxis that are way too long. And when you're on a budget, you want to just get parked up as quick as you can. Fuel, beacon, strobes, landing lights, flash. No, there's got to be a breaker. Instrument lights, nav with the enemy. All the breakers are in. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I just don't. I've got out a marker beating away there. I say beating away, I can't hear it. Land on this runway, which is probably 25. If we land on there, we've got a taxi. We could taxi straight off the end there to the left. Let's do that. Let's do that. Are you ready? Hold on to your hat. We're going down. This is going to be the Cessna version of the K-Sound landing. as witnessed in a Hercules C-130. Although I'm not as, definitely not as steep, nowhere near. I mean, that thing was just unbelievably scary. I mean, how steep you can get this. Flaps pull on. We're piling into the ground, but we don't want to. So we're on full flap. We're losing speed. We're losing a lot of speed. Okay. Plane coming right over the top of us there. That's not healthy, is it? Look at that. Should blow us out the air. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. 60 knots. We're a little bit slow, but we'll get there. Trundly trundle. And settle onto the ground nicely. So just keep the speed right up. That's a decent taxi speed. I think it was the third. Let's go for 3. Taxi. There we go. That line over there. So next to Iberian. It's not what it is. Let's just get parked here, and then we can think about. Fly PGS. Oh, 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 oh. Van. Supposed to give way, mate. Am I right away? I'm an aeroplane. We've got a baggage handler hiding. He's not, he's just waiting for a plane. It's not me, I don't want all that baggage. Oh, and it disappeared. There we go. So we'll park a brake there. We can accelerator off. We can kill the lights. And we can switch the engine off. And that's off. Everything's off. Everything's good. And then we can get out. Okay, thanks for flying. Catch you next time.